Hey everybody, Nick here, and today I'm going to do some disassembly maintenance on this little guy right here. This is the Benchmade Knives Bailout. Alrighty, and by the way, sorry if you're hearing my voice is all messed up. That's because, well, my voice is all messed up. I've been coughing up a storm that's been making my vocal cords a little bit unhappy. That is, alas, sometimes life. So that's what you see going on here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to do a partial disassembly on this guy, partly because, well, I want you to see the internal scale here, but I also don't feel the need to take the entire axis lock mechanism apart unless I, well, absolutely freaking have to. Because, yeah, I got enough problems at the moment. Thank you very much. Pop this loose here. Just got to go after the pivot here. Loosen that up. By the way, I should have shown this off ahead of time, but the pivot on this guy, or I'm sorry, the centering on this guy was pretty good. It was solid. No real centering complaints, so if that changes afterwards, I know I screwed something up. That's fine. Welcome to the disassembly process. What I'm hoping I can do here is just lift this part off. Yeah. So now what you can see are two things. A, I've popped out the blade. That's going to be helpful for us personally. But B, you can see the construction of this guy. What you got here is some kind of a coated or another DLC-ish sort of an affair here. These are the only liners on this guy. The rest of this knife is just a plastic sort of situation. Whatever they want to call this, it is a polymer of some variety. And then you've got back here a back spacer. Actually, that back spacer has a set of pins here to help support things. I mean, the construction on this guy feels remarkably similar to the Benchmade bug out. It's just a little bit more baily, I suppose. So what we can see here is, you know, how this guy is taken apart. If you wanted to, you could also take out this back part here, remove the axis lock section entirely by sliding this down. But the problem is, it takes more time, and honestly, I don't think it's really necessary. Most of the time on a Benchmade knife, well, at least with an axis lock, that is, all you really need to do, you didn't even need to take off any of those other screws. I could put this guy most of the way back together here. And, actually, I'll go ahead and do that. Well, just to make sure things don't come, you know, flying apart here. All right. Put this guy in place here. Oh, man. I mean, everybody always says my voice sounds terrible, so, you know, I take it with a grain of salt. But even I right now think my voice sounds terrible, right? Cracking like I'm in freaking puberty again. Anyways, back at the ranch. What I'm doing here is I'm just reinstalling these screws. Really, the only one I needed to take out to get this job done. By the way, you can see these screws protruding out into the path a little bit there. Yeah, not a big deal, but it's a thing. But really the only thing I need to pop out here was the pivot. I'm using some blue Loctite here. If you ever curious about the tools I'm using to disassemble a knife, check out my knife disassembly toolkit video. Let's pop this guy in here. I am not wearing a watch. That's weird. Alright, pop it in there. And now we can get back to the matter at hand, which is cleaning this little guy up. So, where the heck's my rubbing alcohol, people? Oh, there it is. Hold on. Just gotta hunt that down. My, loving wife will steal my rubbing alcohol for use with her nails. Apparently, it's useful in some process of doing your nails all fancy-like. And so, as a result, there is a constant struggle for rubbing alcohol in the household. I should just buy another bottle. It is cheap. Whatever, not a big deal. I still love her. Alright, pop this here. I'm going to go ahead and clean out the inside of this guy. Clean out the pivot, that is, the inside of the pivot of the blade. Just get whatever gunk is in there out of there. We should be roughly good to go here. Oh, hold on, I'm going to clean off these washers. Just make sure that there's no gunk up on those. And see which side is rotating. No problem. And clean this off, and we're almost good to go here. You know, at some level, the bailout here is a very simple mechanism, very simple, you know, construction. It's just two chunks of plastic. Pair of washers, this little liner, some blade. Makes it easy. But that can also be a double-edged sword, depending if you need to do anything, you know, harder use, quote-unquote. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use some knife pivot lube here. I like the action that knife pivot lube tends to give for washer knives a little bit better than your 10-weight in oil. Both of them are useful. Both of them work fine. But in my experience for washers, knife pivot lube's a little nicer. So now here's the trick. You need to attach these washers to the blade, and actually lubrication does a great job of that. Now, here's the fun part. You have to slide this in there without sliding the washers out. So it's kind of like that game Operation that you might have played as a kid, where you're trying to make sure that you're not sliding those guys off by hitting the handle. Sometimes it can be helpful, at least in the initial portion there, to press this, so that way you can get them at least pushed through the handle there. Even if you are not a brilliant person, you can still get that through. But the goal then becomes, to slide something in there that's too thick. What do I have that's thin? Come here, thin item. The knife blades abound, but none of them are thin enough for this, which is itself problematic. Here we go. That'll do. Let's go ahead and grab this sticker. Actually, perfect. I have a random business card here. Oh, ProTech, actually. Here we go. So this is probably cheating because I'm using the wrong company's business card, but nevertheless, my buddies over at ProTech are helping me out here today. What I'm doing is I'm using this business card to slide this washer into a position whereby I can come in here and I can grab it with this thing here. This thing, of course, being a a watch spring bar tool. And that will allow me to get here. Okay, then beautiful. Just pop this into position. Now, okay, we have right now the washers. Did I lose the washer? Where is the washer? No, the washer is in position. All right, good. Now what I need to do is actually pull back on the axis lock. This will allow the blade to to push itself fully into its position where it needs to go. And that will allow me to seat the washer more fully. Okay, now what the next step is going to be here is to... Actually, I screwed that up. What I need to do is have this pivot in place and ready. Go ahead and lube up the pivot here. Hopefully I haven't cost myself the prize. There we go. Does this need to rotate? No. Okay, now what I do... I'm going to go ahead and continue to keep this in there. Oh, damn it. He says as he pushes it out. This is a D-shaped pivot, so I need to have it properly positioned inside the liner. Things to work out. There we go. All right. Now what I do is I pull back the axis lock. Hopefully, what I can do is use this little tool here to arrange the washer. This is the disadvantage to doing this in the way that I am doing it. But I need to arrange that washer such that I can push this pivot through and snag that washer. I think we're actually... There we go. So now we just did it. I was able to push the pivot the rest of the way through there, which allows everything to be seated properly. Thank you very much, ProTech, for the support there. That business card was actually not even sent to me by ProTech. Somebody used it as a pocket, or as a box stuffing, along with a bunch of other random knife company swag. It's weird. Anyways, I digress. Oh, Chris, you're an odd one. Anyways, good odd one. Don't worry. Go ahead and put this guy into here. Come on. Get in there. So now what I can do is tighten this guy, loosen this guy up a little bit and get it to a place where it is happily flicking. Is there blade plate? There is no blade plate. So I'm going to try and loosen this guy up a little bit more. There we go. My action's pretty good. All right, and there we go. So that's the disassembly and maintenance for you on your Benchmade Bailout. Pardon me. Hope this has been interesting to you. And have yourselves just an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. Bye now.